welcome to my channel. Are you someone who's never used a beauty sponge before? Because I haven't either. And today we're going to talk about beauty sponges and whether or not they're worth it. Do you need a beauty sponge in your life? It seems that the beauty sponge is everywhere. It is all the craze, and I know I'm very behind. The beauty sponge has been around for quite a few years now. The original being the beauty blender, that pink egg-shaped beauty blender that everyone uses, and then now there are different kinds of beauty sponges that you can find anywhere from the dollar store to your high-end stores. And I am going to talk about whether or not you really need them. So I am going to also try to use the beauty sponge today and see if there's a difference. So if I'm not using a beauty sponge, you're probably wondering what I use for my foundation. I do sometimes use a brush, but I mostly use these guys right here. It's just one of those cosmetic sponges that probably no one else uses, but they're around still. I got mine. You can get 28 for $1 at the dollar store. I've never seen a beauty sponge for $1. I think I've seen them for like $5 to like $12 between the dollar store and TJ Maxx. And then you have, of course, the original beauty blender, which is $20 unless there is a sale. So let's get into just the breakdown of cost. So let's pretend you are interested in the original, which is the beauty blender. That is $20 a sponge. Now it's supposed to be reusable, which is nice. You just clean it and you can reuse it, but you are supposed to replace it every 3 months. I know that not everyone's doing that, but let's pretend you're going by those directions, and let's pretend you're reading the directions. So if you clean it and you air dry it, then you're replacing it every 3 months. So essentially you'll get one 4 times a year, so that will be $80 a year. With, obviously, let's pretend you're like me and you're getting these from the dollar store. You're supposed to, these are supposed to be like one-time use. They're disposable. So let's say you use it once on one side and you're throwing it away. And it comes with 28, so you're replacing it like once a month basically. So that's $1 a month, so $12 a year. Yeah, so it's a big cost difference. But again, there's other beauty sponges out there, so it's not like you're paying $20. Let's say you're using, like, I forgot this one. This is Real Techniques. I didn't want to spend $20 on a beauty sponge or a beauty blender because I really wasn't sure I was going to like it. And this one is actually considered #1 makeup sponge in the US right now. People really seem to like it, and has multiple uses. This one ended up being $5, and it was on sale. So let's pretend you're going to use this every time and you replace it 3 times a year, then it's $20, or every 3 months, then you're spending $20 a year. So at least the cost has gone down significantly, but it still does not compare to spending, $12 a year. So also, okay, let's go ahead and talk about the uses. So a triangle or a wedge, a cosmetic wedge, really you're only using this for a foundation. I've tried using it for concealer and it just does not work as well. I do use it damp and it works amazingly well that way. I do like these for cleaning up messes. If I like overdo my blush, or maybe my eyeshadow needs a little bit cleaning up, I'll just clean it up right there using the edge, and you can also get a nice clean line right like that. If my mascara or my eyeliner smudges, you can take that and go right underneath, and it's easy peasy. You can carry one of these in your purse, and because it's so inexpensive, you don't mind throwing it away right after. But that's pretty much it. That's all you're using it for. Now these beauty sponges, these are supposed to do everything. You should be able to do a full face of makeup. You are putting on your foundation, you're wetting this, making it damp. You can clean up areas just like the wedges. I keep wanting to say triangle. I know it's a wedge. You can also contour, you can bake, you can put concealer on. They even sell really tiny sponges that, beauty sponges that you can use for detail work. I'm not sure if anyone really uses it for eyeshadow, but according to the Beauty Blender website, they have small ones that you can use for eyeshadow, specifically cream eyeshadows. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. You can use these for like cream products, like cream blushes and contour products and stuff like that. So it is a lot more versatile too. So I guess you get a lot for what you pay for. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Just go ahead and use it and see how it works. I am going to use... I'm going to use this. This is the Healthy Foundation by Physicians Formula. I am loving it. It does have quite a strong smell. It's kind of chemically, but like almost like, to me, it's like a caramel butterscotch chemical smell. So it's not awful, it's not terrible, it's not enough to make me not use it. So yeah, I'm going to use this. It has SPF 20 in it, and I am using the color MN3. And it's a pretty nice match. So I'm going to use the wedge on this side of my face, which is the right side of my face, and I'll use this sponge on the left side. I'm trying not to make weird faces while I do my makeup when I record. I notice when I play back some of my videos, I make really stupid faces, and I'm trying to cut those out of my videos, but I think what would be like helpful is if I just stop making those faces. This foundation is beautiful, by the way, if you want my opinion. I love it. I think it looks like your skin, but better. It is sort of buildable. It's not going to get you a full coverage, but it'll do like a nice medium finish, which is really nice. Okay, I'm going to concentrate on my cheeks because those tend to be really hard to cover. Oops. Okay, so that's that. Oh, and you're probably wondering about primer. I actually don't use a face primer. The most I use for face primer is I use the Rose Water from Mario Badescu, but I don't have it with me right now, so I'm just going without. I do have lotion on my face. I put sunblock on already, but yeah, so fail, I just forgot, but we're going to keep on going anyway. So now I'm going to go ahead to the other side, and I'm going to use the beauty sponge. I have a little bowl here where I'm going to go ahead and dampen this. That's what I use for the wedge. So you're supposed to get this whole thing wet, ooh, and then squeeze it out just so it's damp. Wow, that absorbed a lot of water compared to the triangle. This is literally my first time using a beauty sponge, so I'm kind of excited, and I'm really interested in seeing what the results will be. I'll get some more foundation for myself. I think my light is... the sun keeps moving, so my apologies if the lighting keeps going in and out. I don't know if I should turn the light up, but we'll keep going. Alright. So it says on the instructions that we're supposed to use a rounded part, so I will. And you're supposed to like stipple this on. Oh, okay, this already feels really nice. It's just so bouncy. If that's stupid, but it feels really good. It feels, I don't know, it's just so bouncy. I thought that it would take forever to do my makeup using the sponge, but the beauty sponge, but this really works really quickly doing this bounce, especially because, I mean, this is pretty big, so it covers a lot more area than the wedge. Let me see. Oh, I like it. I think it helped the foundation go on like smoother. Let me use, oh my gosh, I actually tried to use this to smooth out the other side, so my apologies, let me not do that. I'm going to get a little bit more foundation to cover my cheeks, which always need just like a little bit extra. I definitely like the feeling of this bouncing. I don't know how to describe it. It's so fun. Alright, let me see if there is a difference. Wow. You know what? I definitely feel a difference. I think because there's more moisture in this one, this side just feels a little bit more refreshed and dewy. But like, I can already tell this side looks a little bit more natural. Whereas this, I could still see the foundation. Like, I tried to use this to smooth out this side. Like, I can already tell. Like, I was going to do a wear test to see how well everything lasts and look. But I can already tell this side looks really nice. Alright, well, let me try my concealer, because you're also supposed to be able to use the beauty sponge with a concealer. Now, I already told you that the wedge, I can't use that for the life of me with concealer, so I use my fingers, which I'm fine with. But let's compare, shall we? Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead with what I know. Well, actually, no, let me go ahead and use this before it starts to dry. So you're supposed to be able to use the tip, right? Oh, I think I did this wrong. Oh well. Oh, sorry, I'm sitting my legs and they just fell asleep. Okay. It's a little difficult to get in between. Like, I'm gonna end up going in with my fingers eventually, because this is like too big. Maybe if I used, no, even that side is like too big. Okay, what if I'm gonna dab this on with my finger and then see what happens. Okay, so let me start with my finger, and then I'll go ahead and use the beauty blender to blend this in. Feels really good. And because of the moisture, I do have really dry skin, so it feels really good to have this moisture. But I don't know about using this to get concealer on. Like, it went on kind of blotchy. Like, I think it actually took some of it off. I don't know. Yeah, I need some more concealer. And I usually don't need much concealer when I'm using my fingers. I think a lot of it absorbed into the beauty sponge. So let's see how this works. As the sun disappears, hopefully you guys can still see me, because I do not want to re-record this. go in with my finger. Okay, well I'm definitely gonna go in with my finger for this, for right here, because the beauty blend or the beauty sponge could not fit. Alright, that went on kind of splotchy. Like, I'm not even sure I put concealer on. Alright, let me try it with my finger on the other side. Oh, I have some residue concealer, or some residue mascara right there. There we go. Well, so this definitely needed less product using my finger because I didn't have a sponge to kind of suck all the makeup on. So yeah, you can definitely tell there's concealer here, and then this one doesn't really have any concealer. So, alright, I'm just going to use my finger to reconceal this side because I didn't even use the beauty wedge for the cosmetic wedge for the other side, so. Alright. Oh man, I can actually like this side of my face, and I don't know if this is a side effect or maybe it's just because of using the water. This side definitely feels like maybe cooler and smoother. Okay, anyway. Moving on. Okay, so I don't really set my face. I don't bake my face. I do powder contours, not cream contours. So really I'm just seeing how this works for foundation. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face and then I will be right back. Hello. Alright, so I'm back with a full face of makeup. And so far I am really liking the side that used the beauty sponge. The difference is this side where I used the beauty sponge, it does not look as cakey. Like it looks, the foundation looks really nice, where it is a bit caked in my cheeks where I usually have to put a little bit more. And it just actually looks a little bit more even. And also, so on this side of my nose, I have like little brown like sunspots. So they're on my nose and they're also on my cheeks. On my cheeks and my nose on this side, you can barely see them, where they are visible on this side of my face. And again, I was using a foundation that's only medium coverage. So the fact that the beauty sponge could take that medium coverage foundation and cover those spots is really, really nice. I'm really impressed. I really like the coverage. Now I didn't put any kind of finishing powder on yet because I really wanted to show you up close what my face looks like without the finishing powder. So this is what I look like. So this side has, this is the side where I use the beauty wedge, the cosmetic wedge, and then this side is with the beauty sponge, and it just looks so nice. I also noticed, and maybe this has to do with the fact that you're using a very damp sponge, so your face is quite dewy, and while I was putting on my makeup, my face was still kind of damp on and dewy on this side, so my makeup, I feel like went on like better. Like my blush went on better, my eyeshadow went on better, and because like right here in this corner, like because I was so dry, and maybe this will be resolved if I used a primer, if I remember to use my Mauve Badescu spray, but because I was dry right here, I was having a little bit of trouble with my my eyeshadow. But this side went on fantastic without using a spray, because I almost like didn't need to, because the damp beauty sponge kind of took over me having to use the water that I usually use, the rose water. Cannot talk, my apologies. Alright, so let me try using a finishing powder and just see how that goes on both sides. So I'm So I'm using it's actually like a sample. It's a little baby. I love samples that are like this because I don't really, then you don't have to go out and buy the whole thing. You can try it, obviously, but like, how great is this to travel with? So this is a Tarte Smooth Operator Finishing Powder. It's fantastic. I love it. Okay, so let me get a mirror and see. So I don't see a huge difference other than this side looks better. It looks smoother, and that is obviously because of the sponge, and that's how it looked before. Alright, so not a huge difference. If you wanted to save money, by all means, use these wedges. However, if you are someone who is interested in doing more of a smoother application of foundation, use the beauty sponge. I do have dry skin, so actually it's this is a nice option, especially in the winter time, because even getting these wedges damp, my makeup still went on kind of heavier, kind of it caked up a little bit. I feel like if you have oily skin, this would be really be a godsend for you. It'd probably be really nice because it goes on very evenly. I actually had a couple of dry patches right around my nose, and this covered it right up without any problems. So this is really nice. It might be worth the money. I know that for those of you using beauty sponges, you're not replacing this every 3 months, are you? You're not. I know you're not. But you're supposed to wash this after every use. I'm going to wash this right now. But I really do. I do like it. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of mad at myself. Like, I really like the coverage a lot. Like look at the difference in my cheeks. Like, look at that. I really like it. I really like it. Like, this side, like with the finishing powder and using a beauty sponge, like this side looks airbrushed and this side just looks not as nice. Like, I want to just take this and just kind of, let me see if that actually works. I'm just gonna kind of, see if that helps. Actually, it feels so nice. It feels nice because it's a hot day today and it's really cool outside. You know what, I'm doing this and I put finishing powder on. I'm so stupid. But I just kind of wanted to play with it. Alright, didn't do much of a difference other than like kind of take away the finishing powder that I did. So I'm going to kind of do this to match it. Alright, so yeah, there you have it. I really like it. I like it. When I can find ones that are less expensive, I'm definitely going to purchase the beauty sponge and use this from now on. Alright, well, I hope you found that helpful. Have a great day. Oh, and if you like this video, go ahead and give a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. Alright, bye.